3 o'clock on the dot. I'm so happy to be here, people. Hey, I am really grateful that I was asked by the amazing coordinators of this event to share my story. And I do hope that somebody out there will be blessed today to hear it. So just a little bit about me. My name is Alice Hardin, as you can see on the video. I live in Jackson, Tennessee, and I have been on a health journey. I mean, that's kind of a funny story. I've been on a health journey probably my whole life, right? We're born being told something to do. And girls, I feel like, too, we have a lot of pressure on us to be healthy, quote unquote healthy. I used to think healthy meant that you're skinny or you're fat, right? And now I know that that is just so far from the truth. And about 7 or so years ago, gosh, maybe 8, my friend started to share with me whole food nutrition as a way to really impact my health. I had horrible eczema on my hands that would just blister and bleed, and I always thought that that was just something like a soap I was using or something that I was touching, or I even thought it was dust, and that gave me a panic attack because I was like, there's no way I'm getting dust out of my life. But when I learned that eczema could be caused by food related allergies, I started to experiment with my diet, and that's when I started to see a lot of things change, and I started to learn the power of plant foods. So in 2012, I learned about this product that I think that we've probably already shared about, Juice Plus, and I thought the concept was awesome. It's fruits and vegetables. I had no idea that I needed 9 to 13 servings every single day, and I knew that that was a really awesome product that I could get into my body. It made sense to me. I loved the logic. I loved that it had science. But at the time, I was making $600 a month as a nanny, and my husband was working for a nonprofit, and honestly, we were doing the best we could to eat healthy on that little of a budget and didn't know how to add anything else. And fortunately, my friend kept sharing with me, and I learned about a way to just share this product with friends and help other people get healthy alongside me, which really was my passion. You know, the more you learn about nutrition, the more you realize, like, more people need to know about nutrition. And so I got to help other people get healthy, and it covered the cost of my own products. And so I was really excited about taking it. I'm a runner. I have a lot of skin issues that I told you guys about, and I stay relatively well, but my husband, he wouldn't eat fruits and vegetables, and he would get sick fairly often, you know, like a nasty cold that would last for a while. Well, we both got started together. I started to notice my run recovery got better. My skin health was like amazing. Oh, hey Jennifer, hey Nikki, I love you guys. I'm just kind of in the zone and talking. So hi everybody. But I saw that my skin was getting better. I was really excited about that. And my friends were like, Alice, you know, you're glowing, and, you know, things like that. And my husband, though, was one of my favorite side effects. He started taking the products kind of begrudgingly, you know, like happy wife, happy life. And he started to notice cravings changing. I'm talking about, this guy was like ramen noodles, bologna, like hide the veggies under the table to feed them to the dogs kind of guy. And he was at lunch one day, and he said, I was at Buffalo Wild Wings and I wanted to eat the celery and I didn't know why. And I was like, babe, I think it's that Juice Plus stuff. And so he was starting to build his own belief in the product. But something we weren't telling a lot of people was that we had been to the doctor from the beginning of 2012 and up until October, we were going regularly to find out what in the heck was going on with my fertility. I had just gotten off birth control the year before, and for those of you who like details, I was on the Nuva ring, and I got off of that in 2011, and my cycles were not regulating. So I went to go get it checked out, and my nurse practitioner actually told me, oh, you're fine. Everything's fine. I was like, these are not fine. So I switched doctors, and they drew every blood panel, like under the sun, moon, and stars. I live in Jackson, which is not a large city, but they shipped my blood work to a specialist in Memphis, Tennessee, and a fertility specialist, and they had no idea what was wrong with me. And so I was just kind of like hands up to the sky. I don't know what's going on. And if any of y'all have ever been there before, that's a really scary place when doctors don't know what's going on and you don't know what's going on, and you know that you want to have babies. And then you have friends that, it's kind of like this weird limbo place where you have friends that have been diagnosed with infertility and they're grieving that. And then you have friends that are going through really, really hard stuff and they're going through that. And you're kind of like, my problem's not as big as your problem, so I'm probably not going to be sad about it, but I am really sad about it. And so it was one of those things where it's like you shove it down and it just kind of hurts. So I don't know if anyone can relate with that, but it makes me teary. But so we wanted to have a baby, but we didn't know if we could. And nothing we were doing was working as far as, naturally changing things. And I knew I didn't want to do anything that would enhance my fertility necessarily, because I didn't want to be that lady that was like, I accidentally had 8 babies. And so I was just trusting God and believing that, whatever happened was going to be the right thing for us. And so we just kept taking steps for our health. I started to see a chiropractor. We added Juice Plus. We started to change our diet. One of the big things was we changed the way we spoke about our bodies. We talked about ourselves as we were healthy and whole. People prayed over us and they said, just rub your belly and thank God for this baby. And, if you've ever been a person that has experienced a negative pregnancy test over and over again, that's a really hard one to do. But I'm thankful that I did that, because what God showed me in that season of waiting was that he had given me babies. He had given me things to nurture like a mother. I'm a musician and I have a team now that I get to love on, and I have people in my life that I get to love on just like a mother gets to love on a child. And so he was showing me all these things. But in 2014, my husband and I did a shred 10. We stuck to it for 30 days together. He went down 2 belt sizes. I went on to go on to do it 30 more days. So I was 60 days into the shred 10, didn't really do it super, strict, but I did it. And I was at the end of my last week of the shred and of my 60 days, and I started to feel really sick. And I legitimately thought, I am detoxing, and I don't know why I'm detoxing at the end of this. And so I just on a whim took a pregnancy test. And I was just expecting another negative sign. Literally had no expectations. Just thought, what the heck, I'll just see. And I was so grateful when I saw that we were pregnant and we had done nothing but flood our bodies with whole foods and everything that I mentioned before. And so we have now this incredibly healthy 3-year-old girl. We had a healthy pregnancy. I delivered her at home, and then I had to go to the hospital. But that's another story for another Stories of Hope event. But we are grateful that we are all healthy and whole. My daughter has only been to the doctor for well visits. And the thing that I want to tell you guys, there's two takeaways. One is, I am so grateful for what we did do and what we were proactive about, because there's so much you cannot control about fertility, but there are things that we can do for our bodies. So I am grateful for the things that we did that were natural and healthy and awesome for our bodies, like flooding our bodies with over 45 plant foods every single day, and getting rid of some things that maybe weren't helping us or serving us, speaking life over our bodies. But the second thing that I want to say is it takes 2 to tango. Women in here, as you're learning about fertility, I want to empower you to think about your husbands too. This is not about our bodies alone. This is their bodies too, and they have to take a step for their health, for this all to work together. So this is why my encouragement to you guys. Add your husband into this group if you haven't already, and ask them, babe, will you please watch these videos, because this has as much to do with me as it does to you. We carry so much weight as women to fight for our families, to feed our families, to take care of our homes. Let's bring our husbands into the party. It's a team. It is a team effort to raise a child. This is a team effort to build a home, and this is our team. This is my team here at this house. And so you are not doing this alone. You have this community, and you also really do have your partner to, and your spouse, whatever. I'm not trying to tell you how to live your home life, but dude, it takes 2 to tango. So let's do this together. Okay, guys, I hope you have a great day. Bye.